We'll get started with the Public Service Committee in just a moment.
Shouldn't be.
Okay, we're ready to begin the Public Service Committee. Those committee members are Kamer, McKittrick, DeShazier, Hardy, and Lombardo. We do have all committee members present except for Councilman Hardy. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Sarah. Yes, I'd like to move forward and call the public safety meeting to order, please. We do have minutes to approve from last week. If I can get approval of those minutes, please.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. All in favor of the minutes? Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, thank you. We do have one piece in front of us today under public service, and I will ask Sarah if she could read that in for the record, please.
This is item number 3. It's an ordinance authorizing the purchasing agent or their designee to enter into a contract or contracts without the formality of publicly advertising for bids with Thermo Scientific to purchase an inductively coupled plasma mass spectrometer and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Sarah. And I do see we have our service director, Chris Luddle, with us. Chris?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of committee. Yes, we solicited quotes and we received 3 quotes back for this specific piece of equipment. This piece of equipment will be in our testing lab. And what it will do, it will test in our finished water. We will take tests from schools, daycares, public buildings that house mostly adolescents or students. This is something that will be required in the new lead and copper rules. So the alternative would be that we would take these samples, send them to an outside lab. It would take 2 to 3 weeks to get these results back. By having our own piece of equipment, we will be able to do these tests in-house, and we will get the results the same day, and then we will work with those either daycares or schools on what they need to do if they're out of compliance. What we will also do is open this up to our neighbors that run water systems that have to send it outside labs, just like we do on harmful algal blooms when we test for those. We will set up an account, and if they choose to, they will bring their samples to us, and then we will test them for them. It will save them money. It will be more convenient for us. So this could be hundreds of samples, but we do this every day where we're out taking samples, and we will just add it to our list to stay in compliance. The lead and copper rule really doesn't go into effect till 2027, so we want to get ahead of this and start testing now and work with these facilities that house students and adolescents. With that, I will take any questions.
Thank you, Chris. Committee members, any questions or comments? I do see Councilman McKittrick.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. Mr. Luddle, excuse me, in regard to this, will we have to have somebody with a special certification or training? And if so, do we have that? Or
Our lab, they're certified through the Ohio EPA, all our technicians, so they will not have any other specific training to do this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Councilman. Any other questions or comments? Sarah, do you see anything that I don't see?
I do not see any hands raised, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you. Chris, what's your pleasure on this?
Consent's fine, sir.
Motion
Okay,
for
can I-
consent.
I have a motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second for consent. All in favor? Aye.
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 Anybody opposed? All right. Thank you. We'll put this on the consent agenda, and I think we're adjourned. Thanks.
Our next committee today will be the Public Safety Committee, and it will begin at 2:15. Those committee members are McKittrick, Kamer, Lombardo, Hanna, and Davis. Again, that's the Public Safety Committee, and it will begin at 2:15. Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to call the public safety meeting to order. Sarah, could you do a roll call, please?
McKittrick,
Here.
Kamer,
Aye.
Lombardo. Hannah,
Here.
Davis.
Here.
All committee members are present.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to accept the minutes of the previous meeting?
Motion to accept.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we have two pieces that come before us today. The first piece is authorizing the mayor as a designee to enter in a contract or contracts without formality of publicly advertising for bids with Sorrento Acquisition LLC doing business as Royce U.S. Protection, Royce, to provide security-related services with respect to the City of Akron Municipal Building and declaring an emergency. Mr. Lettle.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of committee. This legislation will allow us to enter into a new agreement with Royce or Sorrento Acquisition. They will provide security services in our building during normal business hours, special meetings. As you know, on Monday nights, they check the building as the night is done and lock the building down. They check our walkways to our parking decks. This contract will take us through just January 31st of 2025. So it's 1 year, basically, from last week.
Thank you. Any questions from committee members? Any questions from council members?
Consent's fine.
Can I get a motion for consent?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Okay, the next piece we have to come before us is authorizing the mayor as a designee to apply for and, if awarded, accept and expend grant funding from the Akron Community Foundation Grant Program to fund purchase of subscription services with Cortica Wellness application and declaring an emergency. Captain McCosey, are you speaking?
I am. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and members of the committee. As we developed our wellness program and our peer support program, we did reach out to the Akron Community Foundation and their grant program to apply for additional funding to fund those efforts. And the Akron Community Foundation was incredibly generous, and we were awarded a $30,000 grant specifically to purchase this wellness app. The Cortico Wellness app is something that our folks can put on their phone. It has contact information in there for them to get a hold of peer support team members, as well as a wide range of training, educational materials, nutritional information, those types of things to help our officers get better and stay better. So we really believe that this application, it's readily available on their phones, will help them out a great deal. And we'd like to go ahead with asking for your approval to accept the grant and to purchase that application.
Thanks, Captain. It seems like nowadays there are a lot of apps for different wellness apps and so on with insurance companies and other aspects as well. So it seems to be a good following in the same manner. Any questions from any committee members? Any questions from any other council members? Mr. Fusco?
Yeah, just a couple quick questions. So the the foundation is just paying for the app itself for the use of the police department or the whole community? Is that what I'm hearing? Or?
The app is for use for the police officers and their families. It's so that, yes, that's what it is there for, but it's for all of our employees, civilian and sworn.
Oh, okay.
And their families. And it's all the information on the app is actually Akron specific.
Okay.
So the peer support team members and how to get in touch with them. There's some significant concerns sometimes about the wellness of our officers, and so this is a way for them to reach out for help when they need it. At
No, that's
the
great.
time that they need it, where they need it, in their hand. We're really looking forward to this. And it provides privacy for everybody, so it does not include any identifying information. It literally just connects you to that help so that you can
Good.
get what you need when you need it.
No, this is great. As Chairman McKittrick had mentioned, there's some of them out there that you just wonder what the added value. Now, I'm guessing that there wouldn't be any charge for our employees, for the police department or anyone, right? No charge. Like, you got.
That's
pay,
correct.
but
It's
free.
not an application where then there's, in-app charges or fees
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or purchases. It's purely a portal to get you to where you need to go.
Good. No, that's great. Very good. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Fusco. Any other questions by any committee or council members? Captain Makosi, what's your pleasure?
We are asking for suspension of the rules on this so we can get moving on it.
Okay. Can I get a motion?
Motion for suspension of the rules.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we'll get that out tonight. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all.
And with that, there's nothing else to come before us. Public safety will be adjourned.
Our next committee today will be the Budget and Finance Committee, and it will begin at 3 o'clock. Those committee members are Lombardo, Amobian, Fusco, Boyes, and Hardy. Again, that's the Budget and Finance Committee, and it will begin at 3 o'clock. Thank you.